Hey everybody, happy Friday. I figured I'd post a quick tutorial video for Eden's new instrumental song about time today. It's a fairly simple song, just a few chords, so let's get right into it. The four chords are G minor, A flat, C minor, and B flats. Now they're all going to be played with bar chords. However, in the intro, he kind of does this finger picking thing. And it's going to start out with your index finger on the 5th fret of the D string, your ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, your pinky on the 8th fret of the B string, and then your middle finger on the 6th fret of the high E. And there's really no picking pattern for this that's consistent, so you can kind of improvise. Alright, and then the next chord, which is A flat, you're just going to slide up 1 fret, and your index finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger are all going to stay on the same frets. So that's going to be now 6, 8, and 9. The only difference is going to be your middle finger. It's going to go on the 8th fret here. It's going to turn it into a minor chord. So we go from the minor, or excuse me, major. We're going to go from the minor to the major. All right. Once again, these three fingers are going to stay the same, sliding up to the 10th, 12th, and 13th frets. And that middle finger is going to be on the 11th fret, so that's going to make it a minor again. Sliding down 2 frets, and keeping all these fingers the same once again, moving your middle finger up to the 10th fret. It's going to be the last chord. So we have the minor, G minor, sliding up 1 fret, changing your middle finger to an A flat, going up to the C minor, and going down to the B flat. Alright, so these chords can be difficult if you're a beginner with your middle finger. So just forget about your middle finger if you're having trouble. So just use these 3 fingers. You don't need to change anything, you just need to slide up the fret. Alright, so those are 2 different ways to play the intro. Now, at the end of the intro, he also plays this little... So I like to do this. This is on the 15th fret of the high E and the 16th fret of the B. Pluck both strings. And then you're going to play the 18th fret of the high E string with your pinky. All right. And he plays this with delay, so it sounds a little bit cooler. And then to end that, he, on the 11th fret of the high E, he does a hammer-on to the 13th fret. And then goes down to the 13th fret of the B string. And that's how he ends the intro. There's also a little lead part in the intro which he plays, and it sounds something like this. It's, once again, I think it's improvised. I apologize that that's not perfect, but to play that, we're going to start on the 12th fret of the G string with your ring finger and slide down to the 10th. Hammer on the 8 and the 10. Slide back up to the 12th. And here you can either hammer on the 13th fret with your pinky, or you can do a half bend. And then slide back down. And then we're going to jump down to the 10th fret of the D string. Slide down to the 8th fret with your ring finger. And then he does this little hammer on again. And slides back up to the 10th. And this little lick is improvised throughout the whole entire song. So when you hear it, it's heavily distorted. Now let's get to the actual chords. The chords, once again, are going to be a G minor. So it's going to be with your whole index finger overlaying the 3rd fret. Then you're going to take your ring finger and your pinky and put them on the 5th fret of the A and the D strings. It's going to sound like this. We're going to slide up 1 fret, keep everything the same, except you're going to add your middle finger on the 5th fret of the G string. It's going to make it a major chord. It's going to be our A flat. All right, so G minor, A flat, and then we're going to go all the way up to the 8th and the 10th frets, overlaying your index finger on the 8th. Remove that middle finger so we go back to a minor. This is going to be C minor. And now sometimes he plays this out until he repeats. But sometimes he goes down to a B flat here. You're going to add back your middle finger. It's going to be on the 6, 8, 8, 7, and then 6, 6. It's going to be a major chord, B flat. And then he just repeats that bit back down to the G minor. And sometimes he does this. That's the entirety of the song. Let me know if you have any questions. It's sort of a fun instrumental, easy to play, so I figured I'd make a quick tutorial. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.